Sydir Mitchell. Finally signed.
Yes, sir.
Process is over. What's it like now? How big of a relief is it to have this recruiting process over with?
It actually feels great to have everything done and having this long process over with. But now it's time to focus on my home and exactly what I got to do. For the players I'm gonna be with, the players that's already there, and getting accustomed to the environment, the different people that are there on campus already. But really just getting back to what I normally do, just play football, go to school, and get things right.
Nice. I know you were talking to a lot of schools there, all the way up until the end, really. Which schools are really pushing for you all the way to the end?
Georgia and Miami.
Georgia and Miami.
Yeah.
How did you decide that Texas was still the school for you in the end?
I would say really going on that last visit, talking to the coaches and the players that were coming in, the players already there. I felt at home with it and I felt comfortable, so I felt like that was the right decision to make to stay there.
Just sticking with Texas after all that. When you look at what Texas has done with bigger defensive linemen like yourself there, how much confidence do you have in that program and in that scheme?
I'm very confident, actually. Because I know Coach Bo, he's had players like me, put players like me in the league, so it's not nothing new to him. So I feel like coming in, he's going to teach me everything he knows and, slowly walk me through it. I'm work as hard as I could, get everything I need to do. But I feel like that with them and Coach Ball, I feel like it's the right decision, to be with him.
When you look at this Texas recruiting class and everything that they're putting together here,
Yeah.
What do you see as the trajectory of this program right now?
I see very big things. Just how the chemistry is now, being with each other and talking every day. I feel like we can be really special, we have a lot of really good players, and we all came together. We sit down and we talk every time. We could be something good. We could bring Texas back, and I feel like that's something we can do, and we're gonna do. It's just a matter of time. We'll have to see.
So you plan on early enrollment, right?
Yeah.
What do you think were the big benefits of that?
Really learning the playbook, and getting used to the college life. Because in high school it's different, the workouts and stuff like that. But being in college and actually working out in the mornings and going to school, it really helps you mature faster, I would say. And being there early, learning the playbook, learning everything, and practicing early gives you an up on anybody who comes in later. Because even though we're all on the same team, it's still got to fight and do what you got to do. So that gives you a couple months, to learn stuff, that other people doesn't know.
Yeah, so I know they're not going to guarantee you anything, but if they said, maybe there's a path for you to potentially make an impact early, or what they kind of said about their plans for you?
They would like me to play early. And Coach Bo said whenever you're fully ready, and I feel like you're ready, I'm throwing you in. It doesn't matter what it is. But for right now, from where I'm hearing, I'll get in pretty early.
What do you think about that? Or, what are some of the things that you feel like you got to adjust to, in order to make that step from high school to, compete in the SC?
The speed and physicality. The speed and physicality of the game. Because, some of these college kids have already been doing this for over a year. They've been working out, and they've done everything they're supposed to do. And really just changing up, especially in practice, learning the speed and how fast people go. It's you can see it on TV and stuff, but you never really know how fast it is. It's going to be different from high school no matter what, because you're playing against top talent everywhere. So I would say speed and physicality of the game.
Who are some of the guys in Texas at your position that you've really watched closely this past year? Guys that have really you kind of looked up to?
Murph and Sweat. I would say those two because they had a really, really good season. And they made big impact plays, and even plays that weren't impact plays, they still did their job very well. And I felt like those were some of the best things that I needed to look at. And throughout the whole season, I really watched Sweat the most, I would say, because he's that captain on that D-line, and he knows the playbook like the back of his hand. So it's learning what he does and trying to mimic it a little bit, and really just understand how he plays things.
Yeah, awesome.
When you look at Texas's and Oklahoma's move to the SEC, that's going to happen while you're in school. Did that impact your decision at all? Because you had chances to go to the SEC, but now you get to kind of do the best of both worlds, Big 12 and SEC.
Yeah, I would say for me it's probably a small percent chance of that. But with that Texas situation of us going to SEC was something big also. It really made me sit down and think about stuff like And I would say SEC is somewhere I really wanted to go, but when I pick Texas and they're not in the SEC yet, it still allows me to get that time to like adjust, and do what I have to do, and then when we get there, show what we got, and I feel like the SEC is something that's really big for Texas, and that we can get the job done with it.
Perfect, man.